this one. Check on that one. I might have to.
What I'm watching for?
So you can see like this.
Oh. Whoa, whoa.
That's probably in there. I'm gonna turn it down a little, but I probably have to put on the filter.
Did you press live?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know because you was talking.
Yeah, and that's okay. I ain't gonna do it. Yeah. But I'll probably have to put the filter on, which means we gotta talk directly into the mic, just so that.
What's up? Who in here? Ain't nobody in here. I'll ask them, can they hear it? They probably can't. Can y'all hear Riley TV in the back? Let me know. Do I have to turn my baby TV off? Who in here? We got two. It's going down, down. I'm gonna let people hop in. I'm gonna let people hop in. I'm waiting for my co-host. What's going on in y'all world? We got some good stuff going on, y'all. Today was my last day of my entrepreneurship class, so y'all can rest assured the lives are going to start coming back regularly. It's just that we meet every Monday, so it was hard to get all the way from Grand River back here, produce a podcast. Y'all know how it goes. But I'm excited for what we got going on. Girl Talk got a lot of cool stuff going on. Like I said, today was my last day with the Prosperous Us Detroit entrepreneurship class. So now I can get the podcast going back regularly. We have a series of events coming up, which is very fun. I feel like I should read y'all my pitch. Today we had to do our pitches. So while we wait on Kari, I'm going to read y'all my pitch and tell me what y'all think. Because I had never done a pitch. I want to start doing pitch competitions, but let me go ahead and hit y'all with my pitch. Y'all ready? Let me know. Somebody in the comments, let me know. Are y'all ready for this pitch? Y'all like, no, we ready to get with the smoke. What's going on with Diddy? Like, I'm just going to go ahead and hit y'all with the pitch. I'm looking at the comments, though. Do y'all want this? Either way, here it go. So, hey, I'm Christina Renee, makeup artist, event host, and the founder of Girl Talk 2.0. Makeup is my ministry, Girl Talk is my passion. And whether I'm holding a brush or a mic, my purpose stays the same: to empower my community, hold space for healing, and make a way for our youth. I center Black women in everything I do. Not because others don't matter, but because we know how to get it done. And most times, we do it without the resources we deserve. We carry the load, make a way out of no way, and still show up for everyone else. But the truth is, we deserve support, softness, and a space too. And that's why I created Girl Talk 2.0, a movement, not just a moment. An event series and podcast where we take time to rest, reset, and be refilled. At the events, we experience true luxury. Things like massages, fine dining, extravagant decor, and cozy, intimate spaces that make you feel seen, safe, and celebrated. It's soft energy, deep conversations, and real joy all in one room. On the podcast, we keep it real, talking current events, trending topics, and everything the group chat is buzzing about. It's raw, it's fun, it's healing, and always rooted in love, laughter, and clarity. Girl Talk 2.0. It's for women, it's for men, it's for our teens. Hell, it's for you. So your voice matters here. Your present matters here. So come join the movement. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Support us, donate, share your gifts and your resources. Get with the team that pours back into you the same way you've been pouring into everybody else. This is Girl Talk 2.0, and this is your invitation to come home. What y'all think? What y'all think? That's my whole spiel. That's my pitch. Oh, mama, did you just get in? Did you hear the pitch? Did you like it? I'm not reading it again, but I hope y'all liked it. Like, after the pitch, would you join? Oh, thank you, Simone, aka Dead. No, I don't even have one for myself. I just opened up the wine. Uh-oh. He got his Detroit on. You ready to get... Shout out to Trader Joe for sponsoring our wine. I'm speaking that into existence. Kari like, shit, I bought that wine. I'm speaking it into existence. No free promo. Okay, no free promo. Hey, Deb said it sounds professional. Mom, did you hear me? I asked, did you hear the pitch? Did you hear the pitch, Kari?
I did. It sounded legit.
It sounded like, would you join? Would you donate?
I would.
Ooh, somebody coming in with that big star energy. I love that. Y'all send me some stars. That's how I feed my child. I just quit Sephora. I need it. I need it. Hey, welcome in. Hey, Mr. Man.
What up? What up?
Kari's here. It's time to get into the smoke. Y'all ready? You ready?
I'm ready.
I keep saying it's time to get into the smoke.
Come here.
Because it's funny. Because
Come to this light.
That's what.
Don't worry, the camera's not on you. Just turn it so it's straight towards
little cousin Chris is here.
Right there. Boom. Younger cousin. We don't do nothing small or little in my family.
Ain't nothing little about my big dog. That's true. Hey, Riley Roo. She's feeling some type of way.
Audio's good. Y'all don't hear no background noise. Y'all don't hear Riley's PBS
they
kids.
Can't hear it.
All right, smooth.
They said they can't hear it. Thank you, Siobhan, for the stars. Thank you for the stars.
Y'all turn that down.
Nobody can hear it, but it's disturbing you.
I mean, we not listening to it. So.
Okay. We gonna go right into it. I'm gonna start with our first segment. And we gonna talk about Chris Brown, y'all. What's going on with Chris? So he done went to London and got locked up. Right after posting Free Tory Lanez. Is that crazy or not?
It's not crazy.
It's crazy to me. Why are you there?
It's not crazy.
So I guess I had mixed information because I thought he was there in 2010 acting up. Then he throw a chair or something at somebody. And so he got into some trouble. And then he left. And now fast forward to 2025, he went back. And I thought he was acting out again. But Kari, you're telling me he wasn't acting out. They was just like, oh, nigga, you back. It's time to...
So from what I read, he had a warrant out for his arrest from 2022 for assault. He hit a nigga with a bottle, and he had a warrant out for his arrest. Obviously, he left. As soon as he came back to the country, it's like, nigga, we got you.
Well, duh. Like, that to me is, like, insane.
But people were saying, like, what's his awareness level and, like, what's up with his team? Like, nigga, how y'all going places and not knowing? Like, nigga, it's a warrant out for this nigga arrest when you get there. But a little bit of me do feel like, and I don't know if it was just, like, a karma or just the universe or if them people was just watching him. But that so Free Tory shit.
She heard that he threatened somebody with a bottle in the club. Was that in 2010 or 2025? Because I know in 2010 he was hitting people with bottles and cheers.
No, this was 3 years ago. So this was 22 from my knowledge. Unless Terry got more info for us.
To me, I feel like Chris just keeps getting in trouble and he keeps losing his cool. And I just want to know, like, yes, he can sing. Yes, he can dance. But, like, he can't dance his way out of accountability. What?
That's funny.
Like, he can't dance his way out of accountability. And this is what, okay, ladies, and my main goal with this whole live tonight is to not get canceled. But this is my issue with the whole Chris Brown drama. Ladies will scream to the top of their lungs about Tory Lanez and about Diddy and but when it come to Chris, it's like he too sexy. Like, y'all don't want to hold him accountable. Am I right or am I wrong? Or does it feel like Chris, and I'm glad Megan just hopped in the chat, because I feel like we give, like, she is zero tolerance when it comes to Tory Lanez, but does not hold that same annoyance when it comes to Chris Brown.
I definitely feel like if he looked like Tory Lanez and wasn't as more talented as Tory Lanez, that it would be, a little different.
The delusion is real.
But he ain't do no new shit. But even when he said Free Tory, people was mad at him. Like,
Chris can do no wrong.
Like, nigga, shut up. You ain't the one to talk. A lot of people was like, damn, we was just forgiving you. You was just being able to move around and shit like that. I just knew it was bad when he said it. I fuck with Chris Brown, but I was like, nigga, that's a bad look.
Just
nigga.
At what point, ladies, do we say enough is enough when it comes to Christopher Maurice Brown? At what point do we have? Let me tell y'all, I am not gonna lie. I still want to go see the man in concert, but I did write Chris Brown off when
That's one show he could have missed.
that was one show he could have missed.
He end up missing 3 of them bitches now.
But you know what irritated me with Chris when he was saying he wasn't black? I was like, oh, you're weird. Yeah. And it's been rumored that he will kick darker skinned women out of his section when they're in the club.
I mean, we ain't never seen him with no bad dark skinned women.
So yeah, Chris.
You know, his baby mamas ain't, you know what I'm saying? He ain't got no chocolate baby mamas. So he might have preference or
people are obsessed
be
with him.
Colorist.
Yes, people are obsessed with Chris Brown. The delusion is real.
Crazy.
And y'all want to know the sad part about Chris being locked up overseas? Jay-Z not coming to save him. I
did say that. I was like, damn, you can't even get that 21 Savage get out of jail free card.
Jay's still mad about what happened with Riri. He gonna sit down.
That shit is unforgivable.
Now you tell me, is that unforgivable? Yes, it is. If you ask the Jay-Z. But speaking of Jay-Z and Rock Nation, Tory Lanez is back in the headlines with what are they calling it? New evidence that wasn't really new evidence. They've been saying Kelsey shot her. They've been saying that the bodyguard knew who really shot her. Yeah,
and it's not official new evidence. But just
Chris playing with his nose, not
1 hour ago.
Okay.
Chris definitely, have been playing with his nose. But 1 hour ago, Megan released a statement. So I'm trying to make sure I stay up to date. But as Chrissy said, we have a crazy busy life, and
but wait, Megan,
I was setting this shit up to the minute. Yes,
I didn't know Megan released a statement.
It was just happened an hour ago. She said, "At what point are y'all gonna stop making me have to relive being shot by Tory? At what point are Tory and y'all fans gonna stop lying? Like, how much is the check to keep harassing me? Why is this happening every day? 1 minute him and y'all said I was never shot. Now y'all letting him play in y'all face again and say I was shot, but it wasn't him. Oh, okay. I'm sick of this shit. Leave me the fuck alone. He ain't dare get on that stand and deny he shot me. And that was his choice because he knows he did that shit. He also didn't get up there and say he did shoot you. But anyway, I don't give a fuck about a blog or a bot. Why would I, Megan, have to lie on this about this nigga about shooting me? Yada, yada, yada. Facts are facts. It was proven in court. Fuck the hate campaign on the internet. Tory, you shot me. Oh, she's saying, Tory, you shot me. Ain't no new evidence. Y'all been saying the same shit for years. Tory, please leave me alone. You a demon. I'm off this silly ass internet. Bye.
So, okay, y'all. Not to tie the two in together, but one thing I can say about Riri, yes, she lied in the beginning, but she did come out and take accountability for the role that she played in the altercation when it came between her and Chris Brown. Was he wrong? Are you ever supposed to put your hands on a woman? Yes. But Rihanna, I'm gonna go hard for you because it takes two to tangle, and I appreciate your bravery, because that's the word we've been using a lot in the media when it comes to women. But I appreciate her for taking the accountability in the role that she played. Megan is only giving us anger and victim. And not to say that she shouldn't be angry, not to say that she isn't a victim, but let's go back to when she got shot. This was during her drive the boat, hot girl. She was heavy in that hot girl phase. And correct me if I'm wrong, the fight happened because it started in a party and they ended up getting kicked out of the party because of how drunk and belligerent they were. Mm-hmm. And from a ex-party girl, when you're drunk, when you're drunk, when drugs are involved, when alcohol is involved, your recollection and your memory of things aren't as accurate. And nowhere is she saying like the role she played in it. And that's a little frustrating for me, but I'm not victim bashing. Is that victim bashing for me to say, Megan, what was your role in this?
I don't think that's victim bashing. Some people are saying
that you're wrong. She literally takes full accountability. Chris Brown didn't shoot Riri though.
I know.
He beat her ass.
I know at one point, she admitted to having a drinking problem. I don't know if this was post that incident. I guess it was after that incident.
They said she did
She
take
ad-
accountability for what?
I mean, I guess she for her behavior, you know what I'm saying, and having a drinking problem, and I guess tripping out on him at the party, getting jealous, whatever the case was.
What you just read, it just seems like more crash out anger. You know
Well,
what I
I
mean?
think that's because new things are coming out, and basically, Meg didn't get slapped up, getting shot is so extreme. Well, I mean, definitely both.
Yo, if I'm gonna be
dangerous
honest, the
situations.
case just always felt
Get into
bigger.
a scrap in a speeding car is.
Yeah, like
niggas
Rihanna
coulda
has
died.
a permanent scar, but we don't know what her feet look like. But
She showed him. I heard.
to me, this case never was it was bigger than Tory Lanez. It was never a case of did Tory
But wait a minute. So this is the thing. So just to be clear, so basically, Tory, Kelsey, the best friend, ex bodyguard,
Ooh, somebody said she
is
got
is saying is saying
that's juicy, damn.
is saying they overheard Kelsey or Tory saying like Kelsey is the one that shot Megan, and to me that make a lot of sense. They didn't have Tory DNA on the gun or anything like that. You know Megan is saying like he didn't deny shooting her, but he really was in a lose-lose situation. Like if your best friend found out, we was hooking up and we all drunk, you super drunk, she drunk, she pull out a gun, I try to stop her from shooting you, you get shot in the process. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is he gonna do? Get up there and be like, no, Kelsey shot her. Like, you gotta lose because now you look weak. You snitching on a female. I'm not saying me personally, but as part of the culture, snitching ain't respected. And as a man, snitching on a female definitely ain't gonna be respected.
Especially if you're short and bald. Then
he felt like he felt like he was gonna be able to beat the case because there wasn't sufficient evidence that he was the actually one that shot her. Like, there's no video evidence of him shooting her. You know what I'm saying?
So they said that she came out with a documentary. Everyone is saying we need to watch her documentary, and I know because if I come out with a documentary, it would definitely be to incriminate me. But they said
exactly like it don't matter if it's her documentary. Of course, it's gonna be.
But someone
skewed.
also said that yes, she did indeed come out with a documentary, and since then has been caught in a couple lies a few times.
She was caught in a lie in the beginning. She said she didn't even let old boy smack. You know what I'm saying? And then retracted that and said she did. So I mean,
But here's my thing with the whole Tory Lanez and Megan case. It never was a case of, at least as far as the internet's perspective, it never was a case of did Tory shoot Megan. It turned into, are we going to believe black women when they say they've been hurt? And you can't fight against that because of the fact that black women have been silenced for so long. And I'm like, I don't know if that was her lawyer's angle or was that just the media just so sick and tired of like black women being silenced. But I said, what a convenient time to believe black women when she's trying to imprison a black man. But
it's like she didn't want to press charges. He kept bullying her. So bullying me gonna make me send this nigga to jail for 10 years? That's extreme. We talking about extreme? Like, come on.
Let me tell you
couple
something.
disses and jokes.
My cousin and his baby mama was getting into it and she called the police. I said, bitch, you're an op. You're an like, don't ever, like, I don't know. That has nothing to do with anything. I don't know why I brought that up. But it did feel like Tory was fighting against all the injustice.
But wait a minute, Megan, you saying take your sentence to the chin if he was gonna be crying?
I'm not taking Tory word.
But this nigga just got stabbed 14 times. This nigga both lungs collapsed. Nigga, as a singer, this nigga almost died. Y'all talking about she got shot, almost died. Like, this nigga literally just almost died.
Okay, hold on.
And I just want to say, I think it's interesting that the nigga get stabbed up, almost died, and the next day,
you painted the perfect
new shit coming out.
Could have possibly happened.
Because every man been in a similar situation or had a homeboy that's in a situation.
He's not innocent. He was sleeping with her friend.
And he was hollering at old girl at the party. You know what I'm saying?
So yes, Tory is in jail getting stabbed up. Rightfully so. You should have kept your man in your pants. I don't condone cheating. But
they was in a relationship though. It wasn't cheating. It was just the fact that, yo,
Bro, this
hit
is
your
my
girl,
best
too.
friend. I'm sleeping on with you. And
Is
you
y'all best friends? Shit, maybe y'all should have been a little bit more transparent, but talking to each other, so y'all both knew y'all was hitting the same nigga. I don't know.
So this is my first time speaking on it though, because as a black woman, I just felt like I needed to sit it out because like I have seen the injustice, but also that whole driving a boat and hot girl lifestyle was so toxic, and I hated what she was promoting. I hated to
Bro.
see her become a victim of trying to
I
live
don't know
up
if
to
y'all
that.
remember this, but do you remember when she was like laying on the couch with G Easy and he was like filling her up and kissing her? That's you, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But in the sense
like,
of accountability,
just like the baby came out, like, yo, I hit too. Like,
no, she was a hot girl. When you're driving the boat, she made that shit possible. Do you know how drunk you get when you're driving the boat?
that's my point.
And do you know what liquor is? Spirits. And do you know what spirit gets up in you when you drunk? That sex demon. What is her name? Jezebel?
Bruh, what's crazy is if you are drunk driving a vehicle, operating machinery, doing certain things, that shit is discredited, my nigga. You have zero credibility because you're drunk. But when you're testifying and you were drunk, now it's credible?
And that's all I was saying. But in the sense of accountability, one thing I can say, Meg did clean her life up. She became vegan. She no longer drives the boat. She
I'm not a fan.
I'm a fan. I think she's a nice rapper. I love that she's tall. She puts on for tall women. She said, I put them legs on his head and I love
And
tall
she probably
women.
was whooping the shit out of this nigga Tory Lanez, leaving out that motherfucking party, being tall to that little ass nigga as well.
So her drinking problems came from her mom passing.
Her mom did pass like
Her
right
mom
before the
did
incident,
pass.
I think.
My aunt passed. I had a drinking problem during that moment. And let me
I mean, understandable.
and let me tell y'all, in those moments, there are things that I don't recollect. There are things
But
I'm
she
not
also
proud
was
of.
driving the boat before her mom passed too. Like,
And promoting
that was
that.
the shit she was on. She was pushing that shit.
She was pushing it hard. But one thing we can say when we just wrap it all up, to me, I just feel like, and y'all don't kill me, but it is unfair that Tory's case had to hold the weight of y'all don't believe black women, when in actuality, it was a bunch of drunks fighting over a man.
And it's not like a black woman ain't never did nothing vindictive or vicious to put a nigga in a worse position or put a nigga behind bars. Like, it's happened. So it's like, all that like, oh, you gotta just believe them when they say it. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas lie every day, B.
For our seasoned women in the chat, driving the boat means literally taking a bottle of liquor and then just pouring it down your throat. And that's what
No, somebody else is pouring it down your throat. You ain't even controlling the rate at which you're receiving this alcohol.
And in driving the boat, they get into an altercation. Somebody shoots her.
What you think about Rock Nation role in all this? Because I think you had made a good point, and we didn't get to DDG yet.
Yeah, okay.
I don't want to jump the gun.
We gonna get to it.
Okay, but just so that y'all keeping up with us. So we've talked about two different situations, both with male infractors, I'll call them, against Rock Nation represented artists. So you got Rihanna and you got Meg, right? You got Chris Brown and you got Tory.
But one thing is for sure, Megan was indeed shot. She does indeed need.
I mean, they were disputing that initially. They said it was more like a glass, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but I know she's shown defeat since, and they do, feel like she's been shot. But even her best friend got immunity before. Why do you need immunity if you ain't do shit though?
Yeah.
Like,
the case
shit,
was sloppy.
It was sloppy as fuck.
It was sloppy.
And it's easy to be like, nigga, a famous woman has been shot, dog. Somebody's going down, bro. And it's way easier to take the
Especially
famous
when you
nigga,
signed
black
Rock
man,
Nation. Jay not about to let
than
nothing.
the best friend.
Jay ain't about to let nothing happen to his ladies. I want to be signed to Rock Nation. But like I said, one thing's for sure.
I mean, what reason did Tory even have to shoot her? Like, it just didn't make sense. It didn't add up to me, dog. It didn't add up to me, bro.
It was weird. Like I said, I set it out. But one thing is for sure. Megan was injured. I'm not going to say shot. She was assaulted.
Talisa said she was shot. It's just a matter of who did it. I mean, what reason would Tory had to shoot her, though? I know he a crazy nigga, but man, come on.
So these are the facts. Just to wrap this up.
But I could see the friend shooting her. Like, I ain't about to scrap with you, or I'm just too drunk. Like, I'm gonna shoot. Women impulsive like that, especially with like
bigger women,
weapons. You know what I'm saying? You might have.
You scared? You can't.
This was probably her
hoes.
first time ever discharging a weapon. She don't know how this work, and you aiming at the feet. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, they all like both her and Tory were really big drinkers, so it's just wild.
And see, people saying watch the documentary. Now somebody saying documentary. She ain't say she got shot ever. She used other words that sound like it was fragments that went into her foot.
Well, we can agree that she was injured. Maybe
she was definitely injured.
Safe play to say.
A lot of people be talking about how she had on heels 2 weeks later too, though.
And she deserves justice for being injured. We can agree to that. And I applaud her for changing her circles, stopping drinking.
I don't applaud her for that.
I applaud that. To stop the drinking? Yes, ma'am.
I don't believe it.
I believe it. Change behaviors. And even going vegan. So, that's what accountability looks like. It looks like changed behavior. So finding out that she's crashing out on the internet today is a little bit disappointing, but at the same time, she's human. You know what I mean? She's human.
just like that security guard couldn't sleep because it was eating him up. Like, this nigga Tory getting stabbed up. You know what really happened, but you ain't saying nothing. What her response more so look like is getting to you that you maybe know. I don't know.
But this was something with the case that was so interesting was like black women were just kind of like, if you love black women, if you are black women, then you better draw a line in the sand and say F Tory. And I was just like, I'm not really riding for Tory, but like, why is it like so like such strong emotion against like F him? And I'm like,
black people got to pick the right times to stick together, the right times to have unity.
Well, the only time we want unity is when we can stand against each other.
Good show. And that's what I'm saying.
Because the whole narrative, we protect black men even when they're wrong. And I'm like, based on what? Like, what make y'all think we protecting Tory? Because we like, I don't know. She was drunk. He was drunk. Let the justice system figure that out. Why does that sound like I'm protecting Tory?
Anyone would crash out if they were in her position.
I mean, I crash out over my daughter all the time.
I mean, if I don't know.
From crash out.
That's tough, you know what I'm saying?
But like I was saying, from somebody who lived that party, drive the boat life, it's not a creditable testimony. Is all I'm saying. And does that make me not love black women?
What up, Paige?
Insane like
so.
Alcohol is a spirit and it distorts your memory, your reality. It's not real. You got something to say, Chris? Oh, he tried to get. I thought he had a hot take.
Get the remote and.
I thought he had a hot take.
Get the remote, bro. Go to Disney.
But Tory is in jail.
Watch Big Hero 6.
Yeah. What's up, boy? Intense. But I feel like Tory is in jail because he's getting his karma. Like, he was being messy. He was drunk too. He was being messy with all these women.
I mean, he ain't no saint. That nigga done definitely did.
That's why I'm just kind of like, I don't know if we're like victim bashing when we're just kind of like, you're kind of just, karma done caught up with you type thing. Like, Tory's getting what he deserves. Like, he's in jail.
I don't know if the nigga deserved to be in jail getting stabbed up.
It wasn't clear. Times. The case wasn't clear. It was a bunch of drunks. The bodyguard had been said old evidence is now new evidence. It's just like,
bottom line, the nigga ain't getting out of jail unless they retry the shit or the governor pardons him. So,
but this is my question. Tory Lanez being convicted, how did that help black women? How did that push us forward to now when I'm in the hospital and I say, hey, I'm feeling a little pain, they believe me? Like, how is now my voice stronger? Tory convicted.
Like you said, it's always us worrying about the inward shit, the inward fighting. Like, it could be bigger than that. And
like, do our voices hold more weight now that he's in jail?
I'll talk about this more later, but I seen somebody said some shit like, if black women,
no one deserves 14 stabs.
If black women supported each other the way like black men are supporting Diddy, something. I'm like, nigga, if black people supported each other,
are black men supporting?
Hold on, let me say this because I done said it before, but I'm gonna say it again. And I'm gonna keep saying it. Like,
and say it with your
other
chest.
Cultures. I say everything with my chest. Other cultures, other races. Like, a lot of times, if it's some shit they don't agree with, they'll just stay quiet. But black people, no, nigga. We gonna go in and attack the nigga. Like,
I definitely stayed
you
quiet
know what
on
I'm
the Tory
saying?
event.
Like, yeah, like,
Till now, obviously.
you know, I ain't been saying too much about a lot of shit that's going
I was
on.
like, oh, I like you, Megan, but I don't
You can
know.
always
You was
just,
drunk.
yeah, you can always just stay quiet, man.
You can always stay quiet. Moving on. Haley Bailey, which is crazy because it sounds a lot like Halle Berry.
Halle Bailey.
Halle.
Yep.
Halle Berry. Little Mermaid.
Halle Bailey.
Her and DDG, right?
Yep.
So basically, they broke up, and now it's a restraining order. I don't know if I'm too much of an auntie, because I really haven't. This is some YN drama. I really haven't caught up with it. All I know is I remember her sister. He had cheated on her, and her sister was like on the internet, like, you don't do nothing like that to my girl. And then she was pregnant, and then he cheated again. And then they broke up, and now she's in St. Lucia or like Barbados with Brent Fayez.
I mean, that's the nigga
Is that YN drama? Because I don't know. Like, what happened?
It is. I mean, that's the nigga that she dating. So basically, she said that he was mentally and physically abusive to her. He chipped her tooth. There was a picture of her tooth. I don't know if there was a picture of any other like physical damage that he did, but she requested a restraining order and requested sole possession of the child, sole custody of the child, physically and legally. So I don't really know, man. I know his brother came out and was saying like he can't see the baby how he want to.
Right? Who are we talking about? The Little Mermaid, the Black Little Mermaid, her and her dude, are apparently having issues.
She's pivoting, dating. I feel like with a lot of these couples, and we got a couple other couples to talk about, that social media shit is crazy though. When a relationship don't work out, and then like, oh, I'm with my new nigga and the baby with us, and then wait till I get the baby, because I think that was his response to her posting the pictures like, oh man, all right, don't say nothing when I be on my shit with the babies. Like,
you know what's so crazy about this relationship?
Dog.
They were so secretive, not secretive, but private about the pregnancy. And then now that the breakup is done, they've been so public about the baby. Like, he was on Kai
Senate.
And he had the baby on there. And then she went online and was like, don't you have my baby on there?
But like, what's your taste in niggas though? Like, it'd be my question. Like when she came out with DDG, everybody was surprised. Like, how you get with this? He from Flint. Yeah.
Pontiac.
Oh, Pontiac, my bad. Pontiac. Same shit. Flint, Pontiac. Same shit to a Detroit nigga.
It is not the same shit. Pontiac niggas a little weirder than the Flints. Is Sean on here? Let him know. Flint don't really get down like the Pontiac.
It's all relative, man. It's all relative. North of the city, goddamn.
Okay.
but yeah. So like that was weird to me. Like I'm like, you Halle Bailey. Like you are the Little Mermaid. Like DDG, and I get it. It's some YN shit because he's way bigger as a streamer than he is as an artist, as like a rapper. Like he's a rapper.
I'm trying to figure out his relevancy.
It's the streaming shit. Like he's real big as a streamer.
What is it? The Twitch.
Yeah, he one of them niggas. But still, bro, Halle Bailey, like they been big as hell riding out with Beyonce since kids. Like,
you know what's interesting?
I don't know. I don't get it. And then to go from him to Brent Fayez, a nigga that don't make nothing but toxic music basically about women, basically, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, it's weird to me, your selections.
But it's like, okay, what broke them apart was the cheating, and I'm like, he just now 25, and I know I done beat this horse dead, but
I mean, what you expect though?
That's what I'm just like why y'all having babies with these 25-year-olds?
Yeah,
show them where it's at.
I'm
like, you know, I always say you single till you married. And I always say I feel like marriage is a good starting point for kids. I'm not saying that if you get married and then you have kids that it'll last forever, but I'm saying that's a pretty safe place to start the idea of thinking. And I know that marriage isn't the pinnacle for everybody, but I mean, I'm just tired of the same old, same old.
I think he's jealous of her fame. I mean, so you saying he jealous and that's why he beat her up?
Or he jealous and that's why he keep cheating?
I don't
Cause she was with him, but he kept cheating, and she was like, "Nah, come on, I'm Little Mermaid."
And he DDG.
You think you gonna cheat on me?
He DDG, bro. He has so much money
Under
and
the boardwalk,
access
under
and
the
fans
sea.
and groupies. Like, what do you expect from somebody in his position? If you really wanted a nigga that you was more confident in, that was gonna just be down for you, go get you a regular nigga. Get you one of them stage hands off the Little Mermaid set. A cornball nigga that ain't never had no baddie in his life and don't have access to countless baddies.
She is
you got
bad.
better.
She is
You got
gorgeous.
better chance at that, dog. But as the age old shit, women always want the bad. You know what I'm saying? The bad guy. The nice guys finish last.
Cause Brent is not like she's moving
don't know
up
corny
in
nigga.
the world. Like he has made.
But it's another famous nigga with appeal. Look at her sister.
But like
you dating Burna Boy, like.
You
know what I'm saying?
But the thing about going from
niggas on record dogging
DDG was at least PG with it. Brent is hardcore rated X. Like he's made several songs about him and his cokehead girlfriend.
I don't know if she making lateral moves, she going up or going down.
And it was wild because I'm like, I just see them out of town with the baby. I was like, wait, what the hell did I miss? Like y'all to that point where you publicly, and then he said
Brent serenading her to death. She need a moment to be alone to get come. And that's my thing. What's up with these serial daters, dog? You be right in another relationship.
She said not telling her to date down.
Like, dog.
Right.
But why is that looked at as dating down though? You could get a quality nigga. He just not famous. And he don't have the experience and exposure that this other nigga do. Why is that considered down? Because he got less money than you. You rich enough for both of y'all. What's the problem?
I don't know why it's
if
so
ultimately. If ultimately the dude being faithful is really the pinnacle of what you want, why does the other shit matter? How's it dating down?
But why did Jay-Z send DDG a bottle of Ace? And then like literally like a week or two later, he got a restraining order. Like why was Jay-Z ever sending him a bottle of Ace? Like I was just like, I'm so confused. Auntie
Probably
is confused with these YNs.
because he was, well, Jay-Z did that shit because he's a streamer. And that's how Jay-Z ain't about to go on nobody's stream. So that's how you make yourself still present and seen with the young niggas and staying relevant. I'm gonna get on the stream, but I'm gonna send you a bottle.
It was just wild with her being Rock Nation.
That makes sense to me because it's like extended family. But now you done crossed the line, buddy. So you might end up in prison getting stabbed 14 times behind. I don't know.
Listen, I've said it
might
before.
Might be next. You might be the Chris, Tory, DDG. You might be next in line, my boy.
Listen, I've said it before and I'll say it again.
Rock Nation ain't nobody. Jay and them ain't nobody you want to go against.
Not at all. Like I said, I want to be signed. Do they do podcasts? I want to be signed to Rock Nation.
I don't know what you got to sacrifice.
Oh, I ain't willing to sacrifice.
I don't know.
But listen, I've said it before and I'll say it again. If a man isn't ready for marriage, 9.5678% of the time, they're not ready to start a family. And it's just sad that the cute little halo is in the middle of all of this.
I said they just young and not married. That's how I be famous or not. You right. A lot of times it do. But when you famous and rich, your access is a million times more, dog. It's one thing to be a regular nigga. Yeah, you can get some chicks and shit. Same thing. But DDG, like, dog, it's.
So I got two questions for you, Ricari, and for the audience. Do you think being young is an excuse to cheat on your girlfriend? And is it really cheating if you aren't married? Those are my questions.
I feel like it's not an excuse. And I feel like you single till you married.
It's not an excuse. If you like, I'm going to be exclusive with you, you should be exclusive with her. And if you really feeling like you single till you married, have that honest conversation. I tell people all the time how you told me, like, I really love hanging out with you. I really think you're cool, but I don't want that commitment of a girlfriend. And we did that for what, 3 years? How long was we just like?
Somebody said that's like Kylie and Travis. And then what has Kylie done since she left Travis? Dated nothing but other famous young niggas. So at least she went white. Maybe she got better chances.
Do y'all think people would even care about this drama if she wasn't our first black mermaid? Like if she wasn't Little Mermaid, because like Burna Boy is dogging her sister, and we don't really talk about it. I don't know if
Burna Boy is dogging her sister.
What they say is in and out, and he's GAY, but we don't really talk about it.
Single to married. Her sister ain't crying and filing no complaints, so she must know what she getting herself into. I mean, that's what I would expect from Burna Boy. What's the other chick he dated? Shinsia or whoever? Like Jada Kingdom? Like he's You know what I'm saying? Like this is track record.
But
like,
are we holding her to a higher standard because she's our little mom? Riley just had on.
No.
Just had her
It's
address with her
because
face
it's
on
because she's famous and we've known her since a child. She's been famous. Even if it was the other sister that was in this position, we would still be talking about it. DDG is very
I just
famous
feel like, and I
popular.
agree, Terry. Her image is just so innocent, and like I said, my little 3-year-old just had her face on her dress. Like it's like, oh man, we don't want to see her go out like this.
So maybe did she tarnish her image by getting associated with a nigga like DDG, a nigga from Pontiac?
No, I don't think she tarnished her image, but I think because of her image, it's gonna be hard for him to get any type of custody. Like it's gonna be hard for him. That's what I think.
But you picked this nigga to be with. And if he was beating your ass, you was still fucking with him. You didn't call
he
the
was beating her ass.
You never.
I think he did recently get physical with her.
But she said it was multiple. She said it was more than one time.
okay.
Physical and mental abuse, bro. They broke up right now. She with Brent. So you reporting shit that happened while y'all was together. You didn't call the police as soon as it happened. I'm the Little Mermaid. I'm not down with this type of behavior. No, you still was rocking with the nigga, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Nobody knows on page. That's why I said this drama is for the YNs. Because TT was like, and to tell you what really made me tap into the chat is when I seen her with Brent. I said, wait a minute, Brent, because Brent said,
Taylor?
Brent said, what up, DDG? I said, Brent, you about to go fight him? What do you mean, what up, DDG? What does that mean, Brent?
I'm not victim blaming. I didn't say anything was her fault. What I said was, we can't judge her based on her having this pristine image if the niggas that she's choosing today are these type of niggas and they reveal themselves to be these type of niggas, and she continues to date them and then pick another nigga that is pretty much in the same vein. I'm not blaming her for shit, but what I'm saying is you can't hold her to Little Mermaid. In real life, clearly she like bad niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's the role.
Why do good girls what like bad boys? Listen.
I don't know how long she been dating Brent, but they taking vacations with the babies already. So
and he talk about what up, DDG. I want to know what that means.
I think DDG said something about him first, though.
What does DDG stand for?
We got to get past that DDG though,
yes, because we're going on to Lil Wayne and his ex. So okay, so when it comes to Lil Wayne and his ex, it's another situation that I didn't know nothing about. Come to find out, I probably knew less about Lil Wayne and his lady than I did DDG. But when I seen the clip of her,
I want to say hello.
oh, say hello, guys.
I can't. Hello, but Chrissy.
Okay, bye, baby.
Chris
Yeah.
is making a dip amazing.
Ooh, she's having fun with her cousin Chris. Riley is a part of this. Riley went to a class with me. And they tell her what's her name. She said, my name is Riley, and my business is Girl Talk. I said, period, Pooh. But anyways, when it comes to Lil Wayne and his ex, I knew less about this than I did DDG. But then this video surfaces of his ex-girlfriend. I said, oh my God, he was dating a white girl? Had no idea.
And that's where it stops for me, my nigga.
Had
that
no
was your
idea.
first mistake and your last mistake.
But she came out and said that Lil Wayne broke up with her via text on Mother's Day. That is wild. Like, what? Like, Kari, how do you not even go off of that? That is so crazy. Like, what would make somebody do that?
Once again, and I'm not going to be victim blaming here, Talisha, but now that he's broken up with her, she wants to release video and say he was abusive.
Which is crazy.
And that's probably why he kicked you out the crib. He seen you was going to be a problem. You know what I'm
She
saying?
said he was emotionally and physically abusive.
It was cool.
But none of
till
this
he kicked
mattered.
you out the crib.
None of this mattered until he kicked her out. And
not blaming you, but I gotta hold you accountable for what you tolerate, and you know what I'm saying.
None of it mattered until he kicked her out. But she was going live, and she said, he moved her from New York, and then the daughter is in the background. Was like, yeah, and it's a week before my birthday. So I said, damn, Wayne, you did it on Mother's Day via text. A week before her daughter's birthday.
She's not telling us what she did.
No, she said it came out of nowhere. She had no idea.
Probably tried to steal some of that nigga jewelry or something. And he found out.
She said she has no idea why this happened. But they
never gonna people usually don't just tell on themselves.
You want to know what's so crazy? They had been off and on since 2019. And she said it was the love that kept her on this roller coaster. And she had just had some cosmetic surgery. She said, I can't even lift boxes. And so he said, well, I'll send my Riley, behave.
Oh shit! Hold on. Tory Lanez got a state rep. Like, nigga, I'm calling on the governor to review the case and issue a pardon. His 10-year sentence was based on flawed evidence, political pressure, and prosecutorial bias. Justice must be blind, not driven by headlines. Damn. Nigga got a state rep riding for him now.
Because it was, and that's why I say I don't know if that helps us as black women. Like, if to just make Megan the poster child for y'all don't never believe us. It was dangerous.
But
anyway.
We ain't gonna spend too much time on Wayne, man.
She said she's asking for lawyers. She want to know, does anybody have
one? She a model. Go get you a lawyer. What you mean?
Well, now that he's called it quit, she want her lawyer. She want her justice. And in my opinion, she just kind of maybe
do as you will. Another nigga that
she wants some money and some emotional closure because that's crazy.
But
on Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day, bitch. Get out.
I hate to say,
that's wild.
I hate to blame it on her being white because we just illustrated
I think she's
black.
Puerto Rican.
Okay, well, so I won't even go there because we just talked about a similar situation with a black girl and Halle Bailey. You know what I'm saying? But
Kari, please, not the jewelry.
If it was me, you know what I'm saying?
Sean, please tell Kari that Flint and Pontiac are different. You do got to be careful. And I get all that, but my question is why does the famous people turn to the internet with their relationship problem? Well, a lot of people do it, but for celebrities to do it, that's crazy to me. I'm gonna get mad and I'm going there. Let me tell you what this motherfucker did tonight. That's wild to me.
Wait, what now?
For people to go on and air out their relationship drama,
oh yeah, that is wild.
On the internet is wild. But for celebrities to do it is even more wild.
It's a desperation move.
But it kind of got me to thinking when celebrities do it, I'm like, what is the Illuminati trying to distract us from? Like, because why is the Little Mermaid on here telling us she got a restraining order? Like, what is going on? Like, and it's so much of it right now. So I'm just like, what are we being distracted from? But can we all agree getting kicked out and dumped on Mother's Day is a lot? Can we all agree on that? Yes or no? And to do it via text. That's not crazy. That's wild. But if I was
not for Wayne, that nigga is not here. Like
that's why I was like, if I was just to have sued for anything, it would have been them 12 blonde dreads.
What can she get for dating him? They aren't married. Exactly.
If I am suing Lil Wayne, it's for the emotional stress that them 12 blonde dreads did to me. And you know what? I hope he ain't back on that shit.
When did he ever get off that shit? Let's be honest.
Same with Chris Brown. I hope you not back on that shit because you got to be on some type of something to go to a country where you got a country at that. And then Trump is your president. America is not favored right now.
That was a big code. It's Wayne, though. It's Wayne. You ain't listened to enough of his music to be dating him, Puerto Rican girl, or whatever she is.
It's just a lot going on, y'all. And as I bring us to our heaviest topic, let me take a sip. Cassie and Diddy. Y'all ready? Victim bashing or accountability. That's what I wrote. I really want to talk about this Cassie and Diddy situation, but y'all, I'm not trying to get canceled. Got some stars. Y'all know I love when I get the stars. Let's have a stars contest. Let's see who can give the most stars. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Go crazy with the stars. Kari, you're not in the stars party.
I'm on my journalist shit. I'm trying to see the latest that have come out because it was a day in court today and I haven't gotten
I'm on my journalist
up to date on updates. I know you haven't.
Y'all, my baby is harassing Chris.
It's all right. He built for it.
I feel like I'm owe him a hot dinner after this, like a nice meal. But anyway,
Big brother duties. That nigga, he making up for lost time.
Just Diamond said she brought the old Wayne out. Somebody on Breezy's team needs to be not only fired, but possibly arrested and hogtied. Because that is crazy work. Why are you bothering Chris? Why are you bothering him?
Because
Who's your favorite Little Mermaid?
Damn, that's crazy. Stuff is
You
crazy.
love Little Mermaid. What you call the movie?
All right, so Diddy do it.
Okay,
Is
wait
Diddy-
a minute. Okay.
You can just finish talking to her. Let me talk to the people while y'all finish.
I got some good stuff. Let me just, before we get into this, can I just say, okay, we having a start.
We have 50 minutes.
Okay, I gotta go. Righty, here, go with Chris real quick because I gotta be quick. I just want to say Diddy was always weird to me. I have always been team Diddy is weird. Like, he's always been attention seeking, like kind of off, out of his mind, unstable, just like a full blown creep to me. Like, he was in that Act Bad video, butt naked with Fabulous and
Tell us something we don't know.
So, ooh, we having a stars party. What y'all want from the gas station?
Run it up.
Run it up. So, with that being said, when women say, you know, they're a victim of his, I gotta be honest, it's kind of concerning to me. Because I'm like, this the same man that had people walking for a cheesecake. So, I mean, the red flags are kind of always there, or at least have been since I was a little girl, you know, since I was little. But what was you about to say, baby?
I just want to know what y'all think. Did he do it? Do y'all think that he's going to be... So his charges
definitely
are
did
racketeering, transportation of prostitutes, and
Stars
sex
party.
trafficking. Do y'all... And he
Ooh,
hit,
rub my love up. I'm
he
sorry.
getting hit with a RICO. And I want to know, do y'all think he is going to be he's going to be convicted of everything he's charged with and, you know, be fully punished to the extent of the law based on everything that's come out so far? It's only been, what, a week and a day of
And
court.
today was heavy. Was you able to update yourself on today?
I didn't get much. So
The
go ahead and bring us up.
The defense. Lord Jesus. The defense. It's a stars party card.
Run it up.
It's a party. Okay, y'all, here's the thing.
Hold on. So when you say we saw him do it,
He definitely
what we
did it.
saw him do is not what he's being charged for.
But
So-
we saw him do a lot of shit, so I'm not even going to be mad if you get locked up for some shit you didn't really do, because you, my sir,
That's
are
crazy.
a menace to society.
But see, it's a difference between
Yikes.
being locked up and being punished for the crime you committed.
I agree with that, though.
So then
I
don't
agree
say
with that. But here,
that
let
shit.
me say this before we get into this, because this is the reality. There's a
He already been locked up too.
There's a thin line between victim bashing and holding all parties accountable. And I feel like as this case unfolds, what we are learning about our sweet, sweet Cassie is that she was addicted to drugs. She was addicted to sex. And she was a serial cheater.
She was kind of a serial cheater. I don't know if she was addicted to sex. She definitely was addicted to drugs. But
my-
people will always point that back to Diddy.
But my whole thing is this: as women, it is very
Ray.
dangerous to paint Diddy as the villain and then just stop there, because we can't just paint Diddy as a villain.
Somebody said they low key cooked Cassie in court. It's very close, hard to call.
Today was just like it just kept getting worse and worse. And then the bad part about Cassie in court, the prosecutors exposed her. I'm like, if you supposed to be on her side.
Well, I will
Why
say
the fuck you asking these type of questions?
I will say the prosecutors doesn't seem like they've done the best job so far, but that's also just like the YSL case, like, and this just goes to like the niggas that we voting in and the people that they're hiring and electing and shit. Like, the U.S. legal and political system is just so fucking broken. But continue.
So here's my thing. It's very dangerous as women. Hear me clear, because we talk a lot of shit, but let's talk some real shit. It's very dangerous to paint Diddy as this villain and then not not talk about what happens when we entertain
Okay,
villains.
so what I'm seeing in the comments, she was 19, she was 16. It happened after she met Diddy. She didn't get to live real life. Y'all do know
She was with Ryan.
She was dating Ryan Leslie, and she
Cheated
cheated
on
on Ryan
Ryan
Leslie
with Diddy.
With Diddy.
She was with money already, so it wasn't his money. You feel?
Which I want Ryan Leslie to come to the stand and let us know.
He wrote several songs about how that girl broke his heart.
Did Diddy introduce her to giving head for real or not, my nigga? That's
irrelevant.
one question.
Anyways, I'm trying to have some real talk here.
Okay.
So, painting Diddy as the villain, he is for sure a villain. But we don't just stop there. We then say, this is what happens, though, when you play with villains. This is what good girls liking bad boys. Well, let me tell you what happens when you like the bad boys. To me, this case feels like a textbook example of don't play with fire if you don't want to get burnt, period. That's exactly what I feel like is happening. I do want Cassie to feel protected, but I also want the youth to understand that actions have consequences. You know what I mean? Like on both Diddy and Cassie's behalf. Diddy's in jail. People say, oh, he in jail for being freaky. Yes, nigga, you in jail because you a nasty 6ix9ine god. Go to jail. Do not collect $200. Because it has consequences. You know what I mean? You know, it's all cute and fun until what? Until you got the sores in your mouth because you done got some Craigslist pee in there. Like, it's too much. Like, the text messages that have been revealed, guys, even once she was married and gone, she was yearning and craving that excitement. Like, your girl liked it.
I mean, she liked being in the position she was in, I think. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the whole thing. Is like
he groomed her. At 19, you had a record deal and a very, very famous boyfriend. You were young, you were excited.
At that point, where's the parents?
Had the whole life ahead of you, and somehow you said, I'm gonna cheat on my boyfriend with this old nigga and get groomed.
No, her boyfriend was an old nigga already. Ryan Leslie, 3 years younger than Diddy.
Yikes.
He was already with an old music executive nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So at one
point, it was just she moved up. Like she upgraded. She powered up. Like, shit, nigga, fuck Ryan Leslie if I can get the Diddy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So during the trial, and this is what the
said she was a bit freaky, then it got crazier. She said she never even gave head till she met Diddy, though, so she wasn't freaky at all.
It's just like, I don't know how much grooming he did, but I do think he was just too old. But y'all, when I tell y'all that dating has an age limit, y'all tell me no. So,
it was because she loved him and also because she loved the lifestyle, man. One thing I want to say.
But it's like, what lifestyle? Because you had that lifestyle with Ryan.
That soft life that all these women talk about.
And Ryan was
want.
giving that to you. You like that freak off lifestyle. Diddy
no.
was loud.
No. I don't know what Ryan Leslie's net worth is, but it's different from a millionaire nigga to a billionaire nigga.
So she was check chasing.
Of course. 1,000%.
Okay.
That's why I say when people be like, she loved Diddy, yes, but what she loved more than Diddy was the lifestyle he provided. You want to be at Snoop's 80s party with the MCM short set on, sitting on the Maybach.
Because I'm like, how long were they together before the freak off started?
And then
because, like, how long, like, I don't know, like, it just.
I think it was like 3 years or something like that, or
so
two or 3 years before the freak off started.
So y'all say so it only takes about 3 years to groom someone.
Oh, they released the picture of the male sex worker Ashley had said she just seen.
He looked like Craigslist, baby. So during the trial, and this is crazy because this is the prosecutor, the person that's supposed to be proving that Diddy deserves to be in jail, had her read some text messages. And in the text messages,
to get the deal, I think she already had a deal though.
So, right. Go watch your show, boo boo. Go watch your show, because I'm about to say
what
something.
You need, a snack or something? What you need?
I got.
What? I'll give you a piece of candy, but you can't come back.
And you only get
You gotta stay over there. I'll give it to you right now, but you gotta stay over there.
Do you have candy, like, readily?
Nah, I'll go get it.
So, anyways. Okay, go sit down, because I don't want her to hear this part, because I ain't raising no freak off. But in the case, and this is what's crazy, because the prosecutor said this. These are the people that's supposed to be locking Diddy up. They had her read a text message where she said she ready to freak off. She want to freak off right now, but she don't want it to be just this one time. She wants to freak off for the rest of her life. And then they asked her to explain that, and she said it was just words. And I was telling Kari, and Kari was like, "Bull, like, what was your thought process on her saying it was just words?"
I mean,
you was kind of like bullshit.
I mean, it may have been, but at the end of the day, you was doing what you had to do to secure your position. Niggas get up every day and work a job they don't want to go to because they gotta get the money to provide their lifestyle.
But this was the take that I took. I said, of course they were just words. Do y'all understand the type of demonic hold that the devil has to have on you to be on Craigslist asking a sex worker to pee in your mouth? And the prosecutor is who called.
Most 19-year-olds would be.
And the
attracted to
prosecutor
lifestyle, yes.
is who
That's
called.
why R. Kelly has so many chicks even younger than 19. That was.
And the prosecutor is who called the sex worker to the stand. And the sex worker was like, he felt uncomfortable. He didn't want to do it. And she was like, do it, do it, do it, do it. That's a demon in my experience. Like,
Chrissy gonna always give y'all some, St. Chrissy gonna always give y'all some spiritual perspective.
Because baby, people would say, oh, most 19-year-olds, most demonic 19-year-olds, if you it start with the parents. If you instill Christ in your child, if you instill morals in your child, if you instill values in your child, and people like to tell me all the time, oh, you can do all of that and the child can still grow up and do da 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 da. Yours, not mine, baby. Because you gotta be able to look the devil in the face and say, no, what Jesus doing?
It'd be like the nigga in Sinners, though.
Yeah.
But we getting there.
What Jesus say when he was in the wilderness, Kari? What could I do with a loaf of bread? Like, that ain't gonna do nothing for me. That ain't gonna do nothing for me. But to my point, I do believe her. Those were just words. And I forget the name of the demon. I think it's Jezebel. But it's real. It's sex demons. Like, they're out here. People be possessed, fucking on any and everything. Because they're possessed. I mean, you gotta think of it. The devil and his minions are not letting up. Like, it's not connected. See you.
What you mean it's not connected?
We're having technical issues. Oh, maybe we gotta go back live again. I don't know what's going on. Okay, are we back? Hello. I think we're back. I thought I was having technical. See, y'all see what happened? The devil getting mad because I'm calling them out. Them be sex demons, y'all. Like, for real. Full-blown demon possession. But drugs played a major role in this story. To me, they was just two crackheads acting crazy. Crackheads gone wild. And unlike R. Kelly, Cassie wasn't, like, held captive. She left and cheated several times.
Mm-hmm. I wonder how much
the devil did that, didn't he, Brent? He was mad because I was calling that shit out. Them people be possessed.
I wonder how much of this her new husband knew, or was this all a surprise? I'm sure he knew some of it. A lot of people been saying the new husband is kind of behind her filing the suit, and basically exposing everything because basically they was broke. And a lot of people said, like, this something he probably was pushing her to do for a long time. And she finally did it because she was so jealous of seeing Carisha.
And like the text messages that she was reading where she was just kind of like, I'm lost without you. She missed her lifestyle. Like, he wasn't. Anyways, crackhead's gone wild. But some will argue that, you know, she was afraid to leave because of her career. And I'm like, you was with Diddy for 11 years, no single.
Cassie's addiction to fame was the biggest issue here.
But what fame?
Yeah, I still think it was just a lifestyle.
What
you know
fame?
what I'm saying? Like, she really ain't that famous. Shit.
11 years, you had no music. So what exactly were you afraid of losing? You already didn't have no music. You know what I mean? But with that being said,
parents better start saying bad things about their kids. Speak life, not death. I hear that, mama.
Now, don't get it twisted. Diddy did abuse that girl. He did abuse sex workers, and he does deserve jail time. He does deserve it. I'm sorry. I've always been creeped out about Diddy. When y'all was all repost, and I'm going to do the work, and I'm going to go back and find my story.
So what accountability level we have on a nigga like Young Miami to now, though?
That's what I was just about to say.
Cause
I got cut off.
She even told threatened the chick, like, we'll dog you out, like we'll basically.
And she even said, "I like getting pissed on. I want to be treated like a slave, like a dog," because she thought that shit was cute. But I'm gonna go and do the work and find when I was telling y'all like this is so creepy. Like Diddy is.
Kids said new husband definitely pulling the strings. I don't disagree.
Crackheads with money, too much money.
Cause it's true.
I definitely don't want to see no crackhead with
I
no
didn't
money.
know she was. New messages. Fuck that, Diamond. She went back and had a freak off with Diddy, and her husband FaceTimed her while she was at the freak off.
But Cassie ain't lying about none of it,
alleged
though.
that Diddy raped her. After that, she still had sex with him consensually and attended another freak off.
Cassie
After
ain't
they
lying
had been
about
broke
none
up,
of it,
supposedly.
though. She was like, they was like, we have text messages of you while you were married telling him you love him. She said, I never hated him.
Bad video.
Cassie ain't lying about it.
Somebody was like, if Diddy proposed to her right now, she'd say yes.
Via the text messages.
It's hard to go back to regular life. Nigga, it's hard to go back to regular life, Blake. And she had to move back in with her mama. Nigga, you going from niggas being at multiple mansions and yachts and shit to your whole family, you, your husband, and y'all kids at your mama crib? Ooh, that's tight.
But could I, like I said, we talk a lot of shit, but can I reel us in and say something real?
Young Miami took full accountability. Wait a minute now, Terry. I don't know you, but I don't know now. What she take accountability for? She also participated.
No, people was mad at.
She ain't never came out and said
people
nothing.
was mad at her because when it all came out, she was on her show with Santana. Like, well, he ain't never did no shit like that for me, and never once was like, I feel sorry.
For being a freak.
She did take full
At
accountability.
what extent, though?
But hold on, we not gonna get on that. This is what I am.
She ain't take accountability for that pink Molly that she had caught with.
This what I will say, and this is what's so hurtful. Seeing Cassie's beautiful little tail up on that stand pregnant, because I just feel for that baby. And you know how big I am on womb work. And this is just no type of conversation and memories to be conjuring up. And she's so far along now. That baby got memories. That trauma goes into your blood and into your baby. It's true. Y'all don't believe me about demons. I know y'all not going to believe me about womb work. But all I can do is speak the truth. You can either take it or not. But this is just so hurtful to watch because she's pregnant.
She went from she's a serial cheater and serial dater. How did you date all these niggas over this time? Ryan Leslie, Kid Cudi, some football player nigga. Like, then you got your husband and immediately married 3 kids. You went from having so many UTIs that the bacterial medication didn't help to popping out 3 kids. Crazy. Woman's body amazing.
Very amazing. But like I said, I know this is hard for Cassie, but at the same time, I have to applaud her because she's standing 10 on everything she did.
She ain't got no choice, though.
What you mean? She could be like Megan?
I mean, she really don't got no choice, though. I mean, she standing 10 on what? She didn't stand at 10 on nothing that she did for real. That's like, they got the evidence, my nigga. They like, we got your phone record from, we know it was a freak off on this day. You know what I'm saying? Yo, she like, that's what it says. Yes, that's what it says. That's what I said. I mean, she just agreeing or disagreeing, pretty much agreeing with shit they got
I know it gotta
proof
be
of.
hard for her and the bravery, and I'm sending all love and support to her.
It's a fucked
and her
up
baby.
situation.
And that pink suit she had on,
It also was a
that
shakedown.
Was bad. She looked good today, but it's like
she
it's almost
20
like,
million up.
But it's almost like she knew today that they was gonna tear her apart, and so she looked amazing.
Over 10 years, right? But she's having other relationships. It's text messages with Diddy asking, do I have your permission to set up this free call? Okay. Yes, of course.
Okay, y'all. So I don't want to victim bash, but can we use Cassie as an example for our youth?
Right. I would like to.
Because it's women like Carisha that think sleeping with old rich men is cute. And I want to be the one to say not too much.
At the bottom line, just don't sell out, man. You know what I'm saying?
Have some self-respect.
Your morals and your dignity got to be worth, you know what I'm saying, a little bit more.
Have some self-respect.
All these women be shouting all this soft life shit. Sometimes the soft life that you think you want might come with some shit like this. Don't, you know what I'm saying, want it so bad.
Checks might end you up with Craigslist pee in your mouth.
Yeah, I mean, don't be chasing after that so bad that this is the way you got to get it.
And women, let's protect
and
women.
Dudes too.
No, I'm speaking to my ladies.
Go ahead.
You can speak to your fellas. I'm speaking to the ladies.
Go ahead.
Ladies, we going to protect each other and tell the truth. We're going to hold abusers accountable and call out the questionable actions of the abused. What we entertain today could become tomorrow's nightmare.
She got her money. She didn't have to help the feds. I heard mixed. I heard on one hand that she was subpoenaed and she ain't had no choice, but then I also heard that she said she wanted to testify because it was heavy on her and she wanted
Somebody
to
said
get
fix
it
the
off her
camera.
chest.
It's fucking up her aesthetic. I don't know what happened to the
It's
camera.
coming back.
Why it zoomed in like that? All right, y'all. Woo, that was heavy, but we got it out, right? And we're gonna move on. Let's catch up on some chaos. It was crazy today. Riley's tired. It's her bedtime, so I'm gonna wrap this up really, really quick. All right, y'all. We're not gonna spend all day here, but last week had some what the F moments. I was just left saying, like, is this real life?
Blake, you my nigga.
Let's start with them 10 inmates.
No, Pusha P. There's a thin line between man being a provider and being a predator. That's all I want to say, dog. To the men, like, feeling like because you got money, that's power, and you can control women, like no, my nigga. As you've been seeing over these years, this shit is backfiring, dog. Like, just be regular, bro. Just be regular, bro.
Okay, y'all, let's start with them 10 inmates that escaped from the New Orleans.
All Geminis. And what I'm going to say is, if they was really all Geminis, go watch this movie. I bet my nigga Blake seen it, called The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh. And basically, it was a team of all Pisces, and they was winning, running through the league. Dr. J stars in this movie because they was all Pisces, and they had, like, this astrology lady telling them, like, you know, if y'all get together, y'all could do y'all shit. So I'm like, damn, that shit might be real. If it really was all Geminis, nigga, they might have been on a different wavelength to get up out there.
So, Jazz, this to catch you up, we just got off the Cassie and Diddy trial. Now we're talking about the inmates that escaped, and they was all Geminis. And my question is, does that mean they was all crazy, brilliant, or both?
Shit, a little bit of both. You gotta be a little bit crazy to escape from prison, and you
Where
gotta
my
be a little
Geminis
brilliant.
at?
But what really killed me, dog, is they wrote on the wall too easy. That shit took me out.
Okay,
and I'm a Gemini.
Pisces.
Shout out to the Geminis. You know what I'm
Diamond
saying?
in there. Listen, I ain't got nothing bad to say about a Gemini. And I don't know if that means I'm crazy because I love they drama. I love a Gemini.
We the sign that they love to hate, man. And Brit in there. What up, though?
Yeah, Brit gonna go hard. And of course, leave it to Black Twitter taking parlays on who who they thought was gonna get captured last. Sean, who we have our money on? I think we said Antonio. We was like they had all their mug shots and like,
man, but fuck that, bro. That prison staff is lacking, dog. How y'all let all these 10, 11 niggas get up out of there, man? That's crazy. But they ain't caught not one of them yet that I've heard.
Two have been captured.
Oh, for real?
Two have been captured.
Shit,
the two that we suspected.
I'm basing it off whether I'm rooting for them or not is based off what their crimes is. And I ain't looked at what their crimes is. They said what?
Fix the camera again.
Oh, shit.
All right, y'all. Let's talk about Sinners. Is anybody in the chat haven't seen Sinners? Because I will, be very respectful. Let me know. Hit my chat. Send me a star. If you haven't seen...
No, we will not. It's your fault. You should have seen it. Or you can hop off right now.
We just saw it, so it's not your fault. But if you haven't seen it, send me a star. Let's talk about Sinners. First of all, Ryan Coogler deserves every flower they had down there at Eastern Market yesterday. Like flowers. Ryan, I am so proud of you. If anybody disagrees, let me know how you disagree with Ryan. Like, I am proud of that black man.
Yeah, shout out to
But how would y'all rate it? What are you rating Sinners?
Shout out to Ryan Coogler. Here, come sit right here.
My sweet girl. I'm so sorry that you got an entrepreneur, mommy. What are we rating Sinners? Geminis are crazy and brilliant. They sure are.
So I gave Sinners a 7.5, man, and I'ma just say like it was a good movie. You know what I'm saying? I rocked with it. I think the performance scene was amazing. One of the best, possibly one of the best scenes I've seen. Remember I gave you that candy and you said you was gonna relax?
It's not her fault though. It is past her bedtime.
It is, but she also.
Right, we at the end. Look at this. I just gotta talk about Tracy and his grapes, and we out of here.
Some people do a lot more to live the lifestyle. Okay, I'm just joking, y'all. But so yeah, I love the movie. That scene was incredible.
Ooh, a 9.5.
As a vampire movie, to me, it was a little bit. It was kind of lacking, and the problem I had was
Sean made a good point about the inmates.
What's that?
I wonder if they just let them go. Because how many times people gonna call and say fits the description?
I mean, that's a good
point.
point. That's definitely a good point. That's definitely a good point. I would not. I mean, I would watch the movie again. I guess
watch
if
it
it's
again.
on at the
I
crib.
enjoyed
But people
it.
saying they going to the theater to watch it multiple times. Nah, I can't. I can't roll with that.
Oh, I just don't got that type
So
of money.
my thing
or
is,
time.
for it to be a black horror movie, I want it to be a little more realistic, dog. Like my brother isn't, first of all, getting eaten by a vampire, dying clearly, and then coming back alive, stabbing a hole through the door, and I'm putting my eye up to the door.
That's what
Then the cousin goes behind him and puts his eye up to the door. Then it doesn't stop there. The dude, Cornbread, clearly is a vampire, or a haint as they were calling him at the time. He can't come in, and you stick your hand out to give him some money? What are you thinking, bro?
He was a good man.
No, realistic.
That was just Ryan Coogler, though. Like, he's really good with storytelling and making us fall in love with the character.
No, that was horror movie shit. In horror movies, in order for it to work, you gotta do dumb stuff in order for the killer or the antagonist to try to get you, you know, and put yourself in a situation. They trip, they fall. It was too much of that to me for it to be black.
Thank you, Jazz.
I wish I ain't see that. And then the other thing was they didn't use the full extent of their resources. She didn't know that they was vampires until they hit them with the garlic. You didn't know that there was a vampire by sucking the blood and turning them into a vampire? Come on now, baby. And then they said...
Randy and my mama saying they're not going to watch it. When I say the Saints was not happy about it.
They said holy water and... they didn't say fire, but they had Monotel cocktails ready. What I would have loved to see is the scene where the vampires is doing their river dance thing, running around, throw a cocktail out the window, start a fire, burn a few of them, get it popping.
Okay, Corey, I'm going to wrap us up.
All right,
He
I'm
did
sorry.
not enjoy it as much as
it was a
some of us.
7.5, dog.
to
A
wrap up-
7.9 if you twist my arm.
I'll give it an 8.5. I actually enjoyed the ending. It was really nice. But the vampire fight scenes felt really rushed and unrealistic. Like, he went into detail, but overall, it was very rushed and unrealistic. But I think that's Ryan Coogler. No one watched Black Panther and thought Ryan was going to give us thriller vampire. Like, there's no way. He sucks when it comes to action. But storytelling...
I don't want to say he sucks, but he's not great.
But storytelling and having you fall in love and connect with a character...
Great.
Chef's
Michael
kiss.
B. Jordan did a good job. He did.
This was the best. This was the best that Michael B. Jordan did in a film. Riley, and this would get you canceled. Michael B. Jordan. This was the best that Michael B. Jordan has ever done in a film. Period. I'll get back on Michael B. because I don't want to lose my place in my thing. But let's talk about the symbolism. What symbolisms did you guys see in the movie?
So
drop them in the chat. No.
And my cousin T broke it down. Shout out to T, real good for me. Like, black people can have something, but other cultures want to come in. We got something magical. They want to come in, blood suck, take it from us, and make it their own. You know what I'm saying? But only if we let them in. And I was like, dawg, that was dope. That was a great way to sum up the message. But bro was the son of a preacher, and they said holy water. They said holy water could kill or hurt the vampires. Why they wasn't making bottles of water and blessing them?
True.
I don't know.
Listen, this was the symbolism I got. Were there any symbolisms in the chat? Somebody said she got on her Remy. Did she though? That's funny, Jazz. Yo, I met Jazz when I first started doing makeup. Hey, boo, she in Atlanta. We gotta go visit her. Riley. But anyways,
hey, girl, Riley.
The symbolism I saw was how the music.
Hello. Accept this and hi. But
no, this is the
Daddy is the best ever.
What, you on my show saying some crazy stuff like that? Anyways, y'all know.
Hey guys,
I like how they showed the Asian couple being down and then not. Yes, and how the Asian couple owned 2 stores in the hood. That's a good point, Ashley. These are the ones I wrote down.
They had a white store and a black store.
I liked how they showed the music summoning spirits. Y'all know. Y'all gonna get mad at me because I'm so, what you call me, Saint Chrissy. But that shit is real. Like, music really gets in your spirit and it summons different demons, like, you either gonna dance like David or you gonna dance like the devil. And when Preacher Boy was singing, he summons them vampires.
Good. That's true. It's a lot of deepness to it, but that's true, Ashley. Like they down till it ain't time, cause she let all of them in, dog. I ain't. And then Stack and the white chick was the only vampires that decided, let's get out of here and just live forever. Everybody else just stayed there and died by the sun.
Aquarius mad that they told him it was a vampire movie.
No.
I'm okay with it not being a vampire movie.
I criticize the totality of movies. You can't just have great messages and not a great movie. Just like Kendrick's Super Bowl performance. Great messages, not the best performance.
They symbolize how Christianity was a trap. Preacher Boy and his daddy was on a plantation with a church picking cotton. But the twins was out in Chicago chasing freedom. And I do believe that white Jesus, because I'm a Christian, I love Jesus. Don't y'all ever get that twisted. But white Jesus, Christmas, Easter, the things that the white man introduced into Christianity is a trap. I believe that. They did use Christianity to keep the slaves very well behaved. The Christians were still on the plantation. And I don't think this is by coincidence. I think, and y'all tell me, am I reading too much into this? That he used the white woman to bring the vampires in? You know how white women are always getting men into trouble, especially back in them days? And Stax was even saying, like, we can't be together. You gonna get me into trouble. Right, you gotta be quiet. I'm talking. I'm live, girl. So I think Ryan did that on purpose. But back to Michael B. Jordan. This is the best he's ever done in a film, in my opinion. But maybe that's just Ryan getting better at directing and writing for him, because Michael has been in so much of his movies, which is kind of strange because I feel like Damson would have aged. I would have liked to have seen Damson be in Michael B's role, or no, y'all like Michael B. Y'all want to keep Michael B here, or y'all want to put Damson there? Nah,
cause Michael B got the experience with Ryan. They built up that rapport.
They
you know
do.
what I'm saying? And Tori, you saying like the same thing my cousin said.
After
It's
she wasn't
much
mixed.
more than
She was
vampire.
mixed.
Okay, well if the message is more than vampires, then show that nigga it's other ways for us to fight back, nigga. We need to use everything we can to fight back. Why you couldn't have shown that? You know what I'm saying? If we got all these different options of ways to fight back, show more. And at the end of the day, you didn't have to make it a vampire movie, my nigga. You did. So it's some shit I'm expecting. It's classified under horror.
And then
Let's not do the right thing.
To close us out on this scene kind of disappointed me because I wanted him to accept Jesus Christ as his savior, but I also understood that he couldn't live the rest of his life on that plantation. But he had the guitar in his hand, and his daddy said, "Drop the guitar, son. Drop the guitar. Give your life, your whole, your everything to Jesus. Drop the guitar." And he couldn't drop that guitar. Yeah. And I said, damn, I wanted him to accept Jesus. And that was probably the only part I didn't like.
Yeah, old girl was a quarter black. She was technically mixed, but
she wasn't really mixed because it was like her daddy's daddy.
That's a quarter.
Like,
yeah, that's a
her
quarter.
daddy's daddy.
Yeah.
Was black. But y'all, to close us out.
She was whiter than Drake.
To close us out, what is Riley talking about? But to close, I was really sad about that though. Because I think he was really big on how when slaves came to America, we were given Christianity. You know what I mean? And it depends on how you look at it. That could have been a gift, you know? It could have been a gift. God works in mysterious ways. And I do feel like I'm thankful that we have Jesus, but black Jesus, not white Jesus. And I do hate that they stripped us of so much of our culture and heritage. So that was hurtful. But moving on, y'all. Let's talk about Tracy T and them damn seedless GMO grapes.
God. Right.
Y'all, it pissed me off clean. It pissed me off clean.
Only thing I'm gonna say real quick is this go back to the DDG Halle thing. It's like,
oh no, wait, I'm stepping ahead of myself. Tell us about Antonio.
We ain't gotta spend too much time.
Okay,
Antonio Brown is a crazy nigga. He is exactly who he think he is, dog. But fuck it, shout out to Antonio Brown, man. You know, you didn't get robbed and you didn't get arrested. So shout out to AB, man. I don't know what to say, but
Sinners was deep though. I'm definitely watching Sinners again.
Definitely, but I'm gonna say this about Tracy T and Cash Doll. It definitely seems like they're trolling each other on social media, and that's just toxic and not cool.
I don't know if she's trolling.
In regards to the kids, I mean, maybe she not
I don't think
trolling.
so. I
It
think she
feels
moved
a
on.
little. It feels a little bit like it though. You kind of doing the most. You know what I'm saying? And
Cash has always been
it feel like
outgoing.
he responds to everything, and then I feel like even she responds to some of the stuff he does.
No,
I
she's
just
never responded to him. No, I can say that.
not directly, but by some of the stuff she posts and like how they pop up, and they did respond. Oh, I got a little money too. Like
Somebody
same
said death
thing.
and trolling each other.
Exactly. I think that's toxic,
Okay.
and that's not healthy for the kids
Why
at
is my
all.
sis trolling him back?
And I don't know what I end off on. I don't know. I'm just a firm believer in marriage, man. It's
Y'all, Tracy T pissed
established
me
them.
clean with them grapes. He been doing a lot of corny shit, but when he showed up with them grapes,
Bro, dog never
couldn't stomach
He
it no
never
more.
opened his mouth when he was with Cash Doll. I didn't even know he sounded like that. Like I never heard his voice until post Cash Doll.
which is why I'm like, how was she able to hide this man from us during the whole relationship?
It's just bad, bro.
How was she able to hide the corniness?
It's a bad look. Man.
How did we see this? Somebody in the chat, anybody.
I thought he was from the D. I thought he was well respected in these streets in the
and
D.
the girl that
Apparently
was
from the A.
and the girl that was feeding him them grapes, sis, you are so smart.
He bought
you
that
did-
when he got there.
Cause you didn't show your face. Cause had you showed that face, we would have drug you too. And
She
then
probably-
he did it twice. He did two.
She probably don't even speak English. The only English she probably knows is grapes.
He did two different videos of the grapes. And they seedless and they genetically modified grapes. They ain't even the real grapes. Like
She
you know.
doing stuff to get a reaction from that man. That's a fact. And he responding. The kids.
Yeah, I agree, Eric.
When you put the
Ooh,
kids in it,
Eric's wife just
that's
made
the
a very
same
good
thing
gift for me.
with Halle Bailey. When you go on vacation, you with your new dude and you got the kids. Like
Cornball.
You know what I'm saying? You know you gonna get a rise out of him. It's his kids with another dude, bro. You ain't gotta do that.
But she did the same thing with him. I think Cash
With
Doll.
what kids from previous relationship?
I just feel like
Exactly.
Cash Doll's being authentically herself. We seen a lot of Tracy when they was dating. Now we're seeing a lot of what's the NFL's player name? Decarius. What's his name?
Zadarius.
We've seen a lot of him. She's just being herself. She lives out loud.
No, that's not accurate because she had the old fat ugly nigga that we never seen. So you know how to make it happen, Cash Doll. And when we seen him, she was embarrassed.
Oh wait, somebody said Jazz said she's been has she been posting her kids with her new man? I haven't seen that. No.
Yeah, they all was together on vacation. His kids and her kids was just together. 1,000%.
I saw the Little Mermaid do that, but I didn't see.
She did the
I
same
didn't
thing.
see,
This whole time,
Shakisha.
they been on vacation with all of their kids, and he been over wherever he is buying, renting that
Y'all hear
female.
Riley talk about thank you for the hashtag. What's the hashtag, Riley? So
They were at Disney together. Thank you.
Okay,
They took all the
Sean.
kids to Disney.
well, I didn't know that.
No, my
I didn't
girl
see
Sean
that.
know what's going on.
Sean knows what the fuck's going on. My only question is how did our girl hide his cornballness while they were in a relationship? Like, how is that possible?
He just didn't speak, and he became cornier after because he's scorned. He's, you know what I'm saying? He's bitter.
And I, for the life of me, can't understand how he got 2 kids up out of her. Did y'all see the post where he had uploaded that he had a new restaurant? And somebody was like, good for you, but we're going to wait for Zadarius because I'm sure that food is going to be seasoned with love and with loyalty and respect. I screamed. Let me tell you something. Black people are unmatched, but I can't understand how that cornball got 2 kids out of my good sis. Kari said it was because she wanted his fine hair.
Sean, right on cue. She wanted good looking kids. She picked a donor.
She not ugly. You
Because
like
he's pretty. That's it. Just as how I missed the corn before.
yes. How did I miss it?
He was seen and not heard.
How did I miss it?
He was seen and not heard, dog.
Okay, y'all.
It's
These
easy
are
when you ain't
our,
opening your mouth.
cause I gotta get my baby in the bed. But these are our final reflections, y'all. Are we numb to chaos? Is it just happening so much that we are just numb to it?
Love it.
Baby, are we numb to chaos?
No, because we addressing it, so we obviously ain't numb to it. But
Is the world actually
The
broke?
masses, yes. Is the world broke?
Is the world actually broken, or are the group chats just getting louder? Because I feel like we just be involved in this shit.
It's a little bit of both.
Like, why am I so involved? Get me out the group
It's
chat.
a little bit of both. Social media, the
People
world is
don't know
smaller
nothing
now.
about what's happening in my marriage. Why I know everything that's happening with these celebrities.
Celebrity's different, you know what I'm saying?
But
It's
how?
kind of hard
Why?
to avoid. It's kind of hard to avoid, but they putting it out there too. So it's some. I just seen somebody that's like, I don't want to call them a local celebrity, but they known and they kind of like on the same tip, like posting, oh, I got a new car and my ex, da 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 da. It's like same type of thing. So social media, you know what I'm saying, it makes it capable and then also makes people want to do that.
I appreciate everybody for hopping in on the live today because I was just feeling like the internet is heavy right now. Dang. Like, it's a lot
heavy.
happening.
It's a lot going on. We had to
It's a
address
lot
it.
happening.
I'm glad we was able to.
Y'all, was Sinners right?
She not ugly and she has long hair.
She
I
has
believe
beautiful
she liked
hair.
the man.
She has beautiful hair. Like, Cash Doll, girl, I love you. Cash Doll.
I don't know. What's your type though? You had the old nigga with money who you didn't ever show. Then you had the pretty boy who you didn't let talk. You gave him a couple kids, and now you got the
Courtney,
big
hey, cuz.
football nigga.
Courtney in here.
Courtney who?
Your cousin.
Oh,
Hey, cuz.
Courtney MC.
Yes,
What up,
Courtney
cuz?
MC. So, y'all, was Sinners right? Is the entertainment industry the devil's playground? Because I feel like he kind of alluded at that.
Yes, like Preacher Boy Daddy told him, you go dancing with the devil, you might bring him home with you.
And Talisha, you kind of brought me in on my last question. Is it all just a distraction? Are they using the entertainment
Obsessed
industry?
with Cash Doll is crazy.
Who said they obsessed with Cash?
Ashley Harris.
Yeah, she love Cash. I love Cash Doll too. So
I'm not a fan of
I'm
nothing.
not embarrassed
The look,
to
the
say it.
music, nothing.
I love her.
I can't stand her voice. She remind me of the mama of the twins on ATL.
Oh my God. He a Gemini. Just
But
disregard.
she from the D, so shout out to Cash. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, is it all just a distraction from what's really going on and what's most important? How do we restore order? I refuse to be a pawn in their game. How do we restore the order?
Let's just talk about the problems. Let's not try to solve them tonight. Shit.
Y'all know me. I gotta solve the problem. But we
Let's
gonna
do that on
solve.
the next episode.
We gonna solve the problems. Like I said, I'm done. I am done. Tonight was my last night with my class, so we are about to start bringing you lives regularly again. We have a series
I don't know.
of.
I like her look. Not for me, man. Preferences.
We are going to start going live regularly again. Y'all had a stars party tonight. I am so appreciative of that. Thank you so much. We have a series of events going up, coming up because it is time for us to reset and relax. Y'all, I'm so ready. I am so ready to just press the brakes. You know, we always have a lot going on, and then I feel like social media and the entertainment industry just likes to just lay stuff on us, like make it heavy on us. And it's like, my God, I could have lived my whole life without
I don't
knowing.
know. Cash Doll was blowing her nose with the money. She might be a little bit corny too. Maybe they did work.
That was corny, but I
Maybe they got
I
along
refuse to discuss that on my platform.
I'm the nigga that's gonna say it.
That was corny because I'm just like, why did you record that, sus? But I just like how she put on for, this is, hold on, let me answer this.
We could.
Hello? Okay, yeah, y'all, I gotta go. I love y'all.
Until next time.
Bye-bye. Hello? Okay.